おい、ホームディポで購入したフィーチャーガラージのこのエピソードのためにあなたの米の準備してください。バカ。
Welcome back to another featured garage vlog. In this episode of the V8 Swap Supra Drift build, we reach our first milestone. Today, the short block and transmission will be installed in the car. But first, I need to clean and paint these engine and transmission mounts that I made in a previous episode. Now with the mounts hanging up to dry, it's time to get this transmission prepped for install. This is an NV3500 transmission which can be found in older Chevrolet Silverados, among other vehicles. I scored this transmission for $150, which is a small fraction of what a T56 or TR6060 would cost. Will it work? Well, if it works for Cooper C240, then it'll work for me. A link to his channel will be in the description below. It's not spotless, but I'm not too worried about that. What I am worried about is the fact that the spring broke on the throwout fork. So, a little playtime with the welder solved that predicament. I should mention that while the NV3500 will bolt to an LM7 engine, specific parts like the throwout bearing, pilot bushing, clutch, and flywheel need to be ordered in order to make these components work together. If you're interested in putting an NV3500 transmission behind an LM7 engine, check out the link in the description for the V8S10.org forum discussion on this setup. Now let's turn our attention back to the short block. The front and rear covers will be loosely installed, followed by the windage tray and an oil pump pickup tube with an improved racing pickup tube brace to ensure a proper connection to the oil pump. The front cover will need to be pulled off the block slightly or removed in order to torque the pickup tube bolts to the required 106 inch-pounds. Once the oil pan has been torqued to the block, it can then be torqued to the front and rear covers. Then the covers can be torqued to the block. Now it's time to flip a bitch, install the engine mounts, pull the engine off the stand, and prepare to mate the engine and transmission.
I do remember sitting in the back seat, feeling like the car was so big and so strong. And I remember with my brother having to hold on tight when my dad would go around corners.
Alright, before the flywheel gets installed, I have to address the locating pins as the pressure plate does not have holes to accept them. So, I attempted to press them in flat, but still had to grind off just a little bit of metal to get it just right. I would have pressed them through, but didn't have a small enough bit to use in the press. With the assistance of a motorcycle lift, I can now position the transmission to slide it into place. Now we can roll the Supra back in the garage and finally drop that engine. Well, dip me in shit and roll me in cornbread. This Supra now has the heart of America resting in its bosom. And I gotta say, the sight of this gets me really motivated to see this project come full circle. Be sure to check out featuredgarage.com for some rad grassroots automotive articles. And catch us around the internet on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Until next time. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always suffer.
engine is